going on? Dennis Rodman's 30 for 30, for better or for worse. Watched it. Race, sex, class, drugs, rock and roll. Covered all. Bipolar, on the spectrum, Asperger's, all kinds of everything you could imagine. Sexual identity, uh, racial inequality, all kinds of things. And a branding of himself. You know, when you look at Dennis Rodman, by the way, one of the greatest rebounders ever. Can't say the greatest because that's a disservice to Will Chamberlain, especially to Bill Russell, but I would say one of the greatest ever in that argument. And one of the greatest NBA players I ever saw because his skill set overall was underrated. The guy could pass, and he actually had a decent shot if he stayed to it. But he chose to do the quicker picker up a mopper role. Versatile guy. Speed for days. Could run, could set picks, could just do whatever it took. You know, I still say, Bulls won that 72-10 season when they beat Seattle. He stole 2 games against the Sonics. He was the difference maker. He started to show signs when he was obviously with Detroit, when he helped with those titles, but everywhere he went, he put some toughness in San Antonio, which was a tough thing to do because they weren't exactly tough. Dave Robinson was a great player, but they had a soft label, and he put a little something there, a little bit. But between Detroit and Chicago is where he really flourished, and he helped the Bulls with 3P. He helped the Pistons with their back-to-back, and he was just one of those kind of guys that lunch pail bucket, but he came with flair. Rodman was actually a precursor to branding yourself before social media even took off. Imagine him playing in the NBA today. How colorful he was as a character on and off the court, and the whole Madonna thing and how that all unfolded, and the whole nine. But you also feel for his situation in life. It's funny because I might do a video on Kevin Durant talking about the NBA. But Rodman and Kevin Durant ironically played in Durant, Oklahoma when he was going to college. There's some parallels there because for all the fame, fortune, and adulation and achievement, accomplishment, there's some sadness at the end of the day. Glad to see that he was getting closer with his daughter and him being a grandfather. It touched on so many things, political. In some ways, he's somewhere between like a link between Kevin Durant and Kanye West. In some ways, when you look at Rodman, and yet he's his own unique spin because there really hasn't been another player like him. And you wouldn't see that today, but he made his presence felt. He truly was a wild card that flipped the NBA on its head and on its head as well. So it was definitely worth watching, and he was one of my favorite players watching growing up because I respected how he could get what he could get. It didn't matter if you were Shaquille O'Neal, Karl Malone, or Charles Barkley, whoever. He was going to make his presence felt. And he understood giving up of yourself. So but I think he had a remarkable career. But I just hope the man is basically at peace, because that's what it comes down to. And I loved how Isaiah Thomas reflected on him. I thought that was very profound. Michael Jordan had some interesting words, and you get Michael Jordan to talk about you. But Phil Jackson did too. I mean, he left a mark. So respect Dennis Rodman. And the 30-30 was truly lit, and it was very explosive. Give me your thoughts and takes about Dennis Rodman and a 30 for 30, for better or for worse. Your memories of him on and off the court, what you thought of him, what a personality. But he went through a lot. Respect that in his family, his mother, etc. Interesting story about his father and, of course, with his sister. So, and later with Carmen Electra and everything. But anyway, give me your thoughts and takes about the worm. And hit the like and subscribe and the bell ring for a new video. Have a good day. Peace.